It's time for a rapid fire fillers edition where we get a scoop on dermal fillers. Quick, clear and straight from experts, followed by an in-depth guide to fillers. Let's do a quick rapid fire about fillers. Do fillers always look fake?
No.
Dermal fillers will always give you duck lips?
No.
Fillers are irreversible?
No.
Are Botox and fillers same?
No.
Will I still be looking like myself?
Yes.
Now let's get in depth about fillers. Know everything about fillers in this video. So doctor, what are dermal fillers?
Dermal fillers are injectable substances that is used for facial contouring, and also some of them are used for collagen stimulation. There are various types of dermal fillers. For example, I think the most common one you might have heard of are like hyaluronic acid fillers. Yes, so that's one of the types of fillers, like Juvederm and Restylane. They have hyaluronic acid fillers, which is used for facial contouring, volumization, whereas fillers like Sculptra, that is calcium hydroxyapatite, so that's used mostly for collagen boosting in your skin. There are other types of fillers apart from hyaluronic acid. They are like polyl-lactic acid and calcium hydroxyapatite. So these are longer lasting, but they're mostly for collagen boosting and using for medium to deep folds in your face.
So basically, doctor, what areas can be treated with dermal fillers?
Well, various areas of your face can be treated with dermal fillers. Anywhere that you need a volumization, if there's any hollowing. For example, if you look at lips, a lot of women do naturally want a little plumper lips. So as we age, they kind of shrink a little bit. They lose volume. So it's very good for volumization. Even another area that a lot of Indians, especially Indians, are lacking is under the eye. There's a lot of a lot of people do look a little tired because there's hollowing under that. So that can be filled. It can be used on the cheeks to elongate the chin, and it can also be used around the temples when there's a bit of temple hollowing, which generally does happen as we age.
So do they hurt or is it painful?
Dermal fillers are not painful per se, but there's a slight discomfort because obviously they are injectable substances with hyaluronic acid. Usually the filler comes pre-packaged with hyaluronic acid and a bit of lidocaine, which is anesthesia. So discomfort is minimal when we inject, so I wouldn't say it's painful per se.
So everybody can take fillers?
Well, you have to be over the age of 18 to take fillers. Apart from that, there are certain people who shouldn't be taking fillers, are women who are breastfeeding or are pregnant. And of course, if anybody is allergic to the anesthesia that is already in the pre-filled syringe of filler.
One of the most important questions is how long does the results last for fillers?
The results of fillers are variable. So according to person, for example, if a person has a very hectic social life, is a smoker or exercises quite a lot where they're constantly dehydrated, then the fillers tend to last a little shorter than a person who has a sedentary lifestyle. Usually hyaluronic acid fillers will last anywhere from 6 months to 12 months. It also depends on the area. For example, if you have filler on the lips, because it is a bit more mobile, the fillers tend to last a little shorter than if fillers are injected under the eye, because obviously this part doesn't move too much. So it just depends on the area and also person to person.
Okay, so are these fillers really safe, or is there any major side effect of it?
Well, with any medical treatment, there will be some minor side effects and major side effects. So let's talk now about the initial side effects that can happen when you get any sort of injection. So initially there might be bruising, slight bruising that will last maximum like 7 days. Minimal amount of swelling would be there, a bit of redness, which all will go away in a couple of days. So that's not a problem. Now there are other major complications that can happen.
So how long is recovery from fillers? Like when once we do the fillers, how long will it take to recover that? The bruising, the redness, as you said.
Yeah, like I said earlier, with swelling and redness, it's minimal downtime. A couple of days maximum. With the bruising, if there is a bad bruise, it might last up to 7 days, because it takes time for bruising to settle down. So generally I do advise patients, if you are planning on getting any sort of filler, see that you don't have any important events, you know, parties or anything within a week of getting injectables.
So for suppose I get the fillers and I don't like my results as I wanted to, so will I be able to dissolve it or remove it?
Yes, hyaluronic acid fillers are not permanent fillers.
Okay.
They are hyaluronic. So generally there is an enzyme in our body called hyaluronidase that slowly breaks down hyaluronic acid and it's removed. That's why you tend to get it once a year or once in a couple of years, depending on the area. If a person doesn't like their results after getting injected, they can be dissolved with hyaluronidase.
Okay. So doctor, who is qualified to inject dermal fillers?
That's a great question. So what you have to look for in a person who is going to inject you dermal fillers is, number one, they need to have a medical degree. Especially in India, only doctors who have registered under Medical Council of India are authorized to inject fillers. So that's number one. Number two, do see the before after pictures or what patients they've injected, so you know that they're qualified enough to inject you, rather than going to a fresher who's going to be injecting and you don't get the results that you want. Also, where you are getting injected should be a sterile area, because there are always tendencies to get infection when you're getting any injectables. So I think those are some of the points you need to look for if you're looking for a provider.
So I hope you enjoyed this podcast, and if you have any queries, comment down below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel.